Hi, I'm Stacy from stacystjohn.com,
And I'm Valerie from quilldecor.com.
and we're here to help you better your B&B.
That's right. This is a weekly show where we review one property's interior and online listing in 15 minutes or less. Stacy, who are we reviewing today?
All right, today we are reviewing Ian's listing, and this listing is located in Indio, California. I am starting my timer.
Okay.
And let's go ahead. Let's talk about the first 5 photos to kick this off.
Yeah,
Personally, Val, I think these are awesome. How about you?
I think they're awesome. We're kind of blown away with this property, and we're going to be really honest. We don't have a lot to say. I think this 15 minutes is mainly going to be, let's talk about what Ian's doing right with the interiors. It's
Yeah.
really impressive. So yeah, starting with the first five photos, these represent, we have the interior, we have the exterior, we have the pool, which is a community pool, but I think that's obvious by this picture. So it's telling the story really accurately.
Yeah. Yeah. I think kudos to you, Ian. I think you've done an excellent job showcasing an overall experience, what folks can expect when they stay with you in these first 5 picks.
Definitely. So we'll kind of go through the pictures a little bit. I like to give some key takeaways for design. And in this case, Ian specifically asked for feedback around her bathrooms, which we'll look at, and the garage. And I have things to say about both of these. But first, I just want to say it's really apparent that she has invested either her own time or she hired someone to help with the interiors of this house because it's really well done. It looks intentional, it looks thoughtful. Let's jump in and look at the photos a little bit further. I think the color, the pops of color, even though she has really clean white walls in most cases, other than her feature walls of wallpaper and murals, the clean white color is represented well. And then there's also these pops of color with the furniture, with the pillows, with the art. And it's just so well done. It's so
Yeah.
well done. And it's very tasteful.
That's the biggest thought I have from a perspective of color. A lot of times folks, I would say, even overdo it. It's like they're trying,
Yeah.
they're trying to include color, whereas here it feels as though it's extremely strategic and
It's
uh,
very strategic
yeah,
and it's very balanced. And so that comes across. It doesn't look like somebody just threw some things in here. It was all very intentional, and that is very clear with the color story she's telling, with the balance throughout the space, and then these really great pops of color that keep things very interesting and keep her property like very sticky and marketable because it's so unique. I think the master bedroom is brilliant. She notes that she has name brand furniture, primary bedroom with West Elm furniture and bohemian vibes. I think this is great. I think if you have invested in nice furniture like a West Elm piece, then you can absolutely say that in your listing, and it demonstrates for the potential guest that you've invested, and that you have nice things in your property.
And Val, I'm curious, to get your perspective. Can you go back to that last photo really quick?
Uh-huh.
Because not only has she invested in high quality furniture, but she has also invested in high quality accessories like that plant,
Yeah.
correct?
Correct. That's one of the things, yeah, that we talked about as well when we were looking at this together is, look, really nice artificial plants are expensive. And she has clearly invested in nice artificial plants. I don't know where she got them or how much they were, but when they're really cheap, you can tell in the photo. And when they're not, they photograph well, like this one. So that's really well done.
Awesome.
Okay, so the bathrooms. So this is one thing that she's kind of a new host, Ian, I think, and she just wanted any feedback on the property. She said specifically the bathrooms. So it looks like this was just a cosmetic redo. She probably painted the cupboards, kept everything white, added a little art. So one of the things you could do is just add some more color to this space. I do want to say though, I wouldn't spend a ton of money in there right now. And one of the things that could change it even quicker and easier than paint, which isn't that expensive, um, But one of the quicker and easier things you could do is change the lighting in the bathrooms. It looks a little hospital-like, and I think it's in part the color temperature of the light bulbs themselves. So I would maybe um, do a slightly warmer color temperature, not too warm, not something that's going to make the place feel dirty, but it looks like you have overhead lighting instead of wall lighting, which is going to be a harsher light anyway. So maybe change the color temperature of the bulbs and even add a lamp to this really big vanity.
Okay, Val, I want to ask about that. For anyone who's listening and doesn't know what you mean by color temperature,
Okay.
talk to us more about that.
Okay. So by color temperature, it's just like when you go to get new light bulbs and you're checking out or you're in the Home Depot and you're in the aisle, it'll say, is the color temperature of the bulb daylight or is it daylight would be a harsher blue cool light versus a warm white is going to be a more yellow warm light. So you have cool, which is more blue, or more warm, which is more yellow. The goal is to be somewhere in between and to be at neither ends of those spectrums, neither end on the extreme of that spectrum, but to kind of be somewhere in the middle. I know that's very vague. Um, but if you look for a light that says pure white, that's usually somewhere in the middle. Does
Okay.
that make sense? Does that help?
Sure. Yeah, that's super helpful.
Yeah, so these might not be daylight bulbs. They probably aren't quite that harsh, but maybe you could find a cooler color temperature, or sorry, a warmer color temperature, or just get a nice little lamp and put in here for the photos. It's a nice bathroom, and the bathroom is not selling your home. They clearly are clean. They've had a nice little reno. You did some new tile in here. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time or money doing anything else to them.
Yeah. The only thing that, jumps out to me, if she wanted to do something beyond lighting and lamps, even
Mhm.
replacing that mirror with a decorative mirror, I think could go a long way, or a
Yeah,
decorative set of mirrors could go a long way there as well.
definitely. And then I think other than that, if you do want to have an electrician in and get some wall sconces, new mirrors and wall sconces would completely 180 the bathroom without having to change the vanity, which is, people aren't really going to use that anyway. I think it's mostly fine. They're going to set their stuff up here and that's it, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So moving along, I think her dining space is really awesome. She's got really cool chairs, really, really nice faux plant here. Again, this is not a cheap plant. So well done on investing in your faux plants. I'm assuming that's not real. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ian. Please reach out and let
I
me
was gonna
know so
say,
that I
if
can
that's
report this.
real, I need her to do my garden.
And then she also asked for feedback on the garage. No, don't do anything in there. Girl, it is great. It's fine. It's a garage. You put a piece of art in. No, nobody cares. I think the only thing I would say is I do notice that you have a charging station for an electric car. And I would maybe have a car charging just because people don't read. I don't know. Would that help, Stacy? Do you think for the
Yeah,
listing?
absolutely. Anything that we can show visually that features any amenity that is gonna be a draw for folks, absolutely makes sense. So I love that suggestion, Val.
Yeah. So get your car in there, take a photo of it, and then just move on. That garage is a garage and it's no problem at all. I think it's great.
You know,
And
I don't have an
yeah,
electric car, but the thing that jumps out to me is, do all electric cars use the same charger?
um, I think that they can.
Okay. Ian, you let us know. But
I
if
mean,
it is specific for a certain type of automobile, maybe call that out as well.
she has a floor plan. Oh, yes. If you have the opportunity to put a floor plan in your listing, do it. If you have the opportunity to put a furniture plan in your listing, which is this plus furniture on top of it to scale in the room, even bigger win. Because when people are bringing families into a place, they know where they're going to put Aunt Paige and Uncle Jesse. They know where they're going to, like it's just so much easier when you are planning a family vacation, particularly if it's a multi-generational family vacation. You want to be able to place these people and know the proximity to grandpa needs a bathroom real nearby. You want so and so with their baby to be down here. Like it's just, if you can get a floor plan in there, please do. I think
Awesome.
it's
Great.
Yeah, I think the other thing we wanted to mention, I'll let you talk about the listing now, Stacey, is how to focus a little bit on your primary demographic that you're trying to attract
Mhm.
with both the pictures and the copy. Because one of these photos, we can tell she's trying to go after families, appeal to families, because she's got a lovely little basket of toys here in this very colorful family room. Stacey, do you want to look at the copy?
Yeah. Well, let me back up and say we're assuming, Ian, that you are looking to go after families. The copy definitely speaks to that as well, where it is extremely family friendly. In the listing, you've got all kinds of fun things like toys and books and plates and cups and outlet protectors and cabinet locks, which is wonderful. What I might recommend is in your listing copy, actually really speaking to the mom. So in the copy right now, we've got a bulleted list of what's included. And I love the bullets. By the way, it's very, very easy on the eyes and easy to consume. But what we're doing is we're currently with the listing copy going after the what. And we want to really pull at mom's heartstrings here. And so, what I would recommend is actually working with a copywriter to have your listing description retooled so that we are appealing to mom's emotions. Again, assuming that it's moms that you're wanting to go after. If it's not moms, identify that target audience and speak to that target audience, even through the words that you use, the way you describe the property. I think that there's plenty of opportunities here to really, really enhance what you're able to do with the copy and set yourself apart.
Yeah. So, and one of the things you were saying before we jumped on was that she does a great job listing the what,
Yeah.
and now we need to appeal to the
The
why.
why. Yep.
And it's the why that's going to cause that book button to get clicked. It's the
Yeah.
and the way you do that without hesitation for the decision maker is you appeal to that person's emotions. And as a mom, everything I see here is checking all my boxes. But then if I hear that, you relate to me in some way and that you've really thought about my needs and here's exactly um, what the experience would be like as you thought about those needs, how this is going to unfold for me, then
Yeah.
it's much more appealing. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do that again, it's almost subtle. It's not necessarily in your face. And again, I use a professional copywriter because that is, I'm all about surrounding yourself with the right skills to be your very best. And so for me personally, it's been incredibly helpful to have my listing descriptions written by a professional so that all of those kind of subliminal emotional appeals to my target audience are done in a very, again, strategic way. The
Yeah.
other thing, I know we've got under 2 minutes left. I want to call out one quick thing about the headline as well. First of all, the fact that there's a private spa, love that. I think that's a great thing to highlight your amenities in your headline. If I am looking to come and visit Indio, California, I may know what IW tennis is, but I may not. So again, if we're focusing on tennis and, you know, tennis people and golfers, then I think that should be the focus of your copy. Whereas if we're focusing on families and moms, I might remove the specific call outs to the tennis and the golf. Maybe it's just close proximity to all area attractions or
Mhm.
facilities or whatever the
Mhm.
case might be. So I think that there's a little bit of a disconnect potentially between what we're assuming is your ideal guest, Ian, and what that headline really states as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Really great job, Ian, on this home. I think there's no doubt that you're going to continue to see success with this property. You obviously already have. You've got great 5-star reviews.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think just keep doing a great job blowing people's socks off when you get them in, and this house is going to sell itself, and you're doing a great job marketing it as well. I did see you on Instagram, and I love what you're doing over there. So well done.
Kudos. Kudos, kudos.
Such a
And
treatment.
now we did that with 14 seconds to spare. I'm impressed, girlfriend.
You did it. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Ian, for submitting this listing, and we hope this review was really, really helpful.
Oh, there's the timer. And if you would like to apply to have your listing reviewed, simply go to betteryourbnb.com and fill out our easy form.
Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe so that you will get notification every time we release a new episode. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Valerie Malone.
And I'm Stacy St. John. Happy hosting, everybody.
Bye for now.
Bye.